Hello, crafty lovelies. I'm Leeny. Let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile. That's what I like to say. I hope you subscribe and hit that bell and click all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can also visit me on my social media at Krafty Leeny. Now let's begin. I'm going to be using this 14-inch wire wreath form from Dollar Tree. They have them there in silver and green. I chose the silver because I'm going to be using white Deco Mesh. I also used 22 pipe cleaners. We're going to start by using the inner two rings between each crossbar in a section. So the first pipe cleaner, we're going to go underneath 2 rings of the inner, and then we're going to twist it tight. Again, between the 2 crossbars in the center around the 2 inner rings. Go under and twist a couple times, and then I push it towards the center. And I'm going to do that all the way around the wreath of the inner 2 rings. Now that I have them all in place, sometimes they move a little, and to keep them from moving around, at least the top one in the center, I like to add a dab of glue. And I put a little bit of hot glue on each side of the pipe cleaner, just so it doesn't move around too much. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It is optional. Now we're going to add our pipe cleaners to the outer 2 rings. We're going to place it under, and we're going to do the same thing and twist tightly. And this time, for the outer 2 rings, we're going to put them on each side where the other pipe cleaner from the inner rings are in the center, and the ones on the outer rings are going to be on each side of it. I hope that makes sense. See how I'm doing it? 2 on the outer 2 rings. And then we had placed 1 in the center of the inner 2 rings. And there you have it. You can glue those also, but the bottom ones and the outer 2 rings, I really don't glue. I used 6 rolls of the 5 yards, 6 inches of Deco Mesh from the Dollar Tree. I really love these little 8-inch boards, measuring boards, cutting boards. Oh my goodness, love it. If you don't have one of the big ones, these are always good to have on hand. And even if you have a big one, these are perfect for what I'm using it for. I always use it when I'm cutting Deco Mesh. I just put it evenly to the bottom of the roll, and then I just begin to twist it all the way around. And for me, it works. Not everybody likes to do this, but I like doing it. It's quick and it just works for me. And I just flip it around all the way to the end of the roll. Make sure I cut it in an even straight line, and then I just hold tightly and then cut them all at once. You can use your cutting rolling tool, whatever you have, but for me, this is always easier and quicker. Love it. Now it's time to make our bundles, and I'm just going to take both sides, put it to the center, and I overlap it maybe 1 inch, half an inch in the center, and then I roll. Hold it between my 2 fingers, and again, bring it to the center, the 2 ends, overlapping about 1/2 to 1 inch, and then roll. One thing about Dollar Tree Deco Mesh is, yep, they do have a lot of threads and stringies, but that's okay because we can always trim them. Give it a little haircut, and it fixes that. So again, 1 inch or 1/2 inch, and we roll in the center, and then we roll. See how I'm doing this? And I put 4 of the rolls in one bundle. Okay, crafty lovelies, one more time, let me show you. We are going to put it an inch, half an inch in the center, press down, and then roll. One more time. Look at that, how easy. Guarantee you, easy, easy, easy peasy. And there you have it. Now to add them to our wreath, we're going to take the top one of the pipe cleaners, and we're just going to, each bundle we make, we pinch it in the center, and then we place it right there on our wreath. Twist that pipe cleaner tightly, and voila, there it is. Yes, that easy. So we're going to make each bundle and put them right there in between those pipe cleaners on the center 2 rings, and then we're going to fill that up, and then we'll go to the second. So now that we did the first top one, we add it to the bottom one the same way. So all you're doing is making those bundles and adding them to each of your pipe cleaners. And I haven't cut the pipe cleaners yet until I'm done putting all my bundles onto the wreath. It might look like you have some extra space, but after you move your bundles around and play with it and fluff them, it kind of hides all that. And that's what's great about using the silver wire wreath, is when you're using the white Deco Mesh, it doesn't really show too much behind it. So remember, 2 on the outer 2 rings, 1 center in the inner 2 rings. And then you just follow that all the way around the pattern. Easy as that. For all the little strings, you're just going to trim it, give it a haircut. And then once I have all my bundles on my wreath, I then go and cut all the little pipe cleaners and tuck the little bit into the center of each of the bundles so you don't see them. After I've finished filling all my wreath up, it is now time to add our ribbon. Now the ribbon I chose was from the Dollar Tree. I picked 3 of them. I thought they were really pretty, really festive. When I choose a ribbon, I always like it to match the theme of the wreath. So this one has the heart and says love, and the other one had like the little checkers, and I love that. Looks so much fun. I measured the tails for our bows 6 inches. After I measured to the 6 inches, I just pinch. And then I take that ribbon and I'm going to stretch it out where I pinch it and measure it. And it's at 10 inches for our bow loops. And I'm going to do pinch, twist, and then I'm going to stretch it out and go another 10 inches. And then I'm going to pinch and then make my loop. So when you bend your loop, each loop after doing your loop will be 5 inches. So you're going to do 10 inches, loop it, and it's going to be 5. We're going to twist, and then we're going to take that last of the ribbon, measure it to 6 inches for the other tail. And then I cut. I then make sure everything's measured what I want, how I want the bow to sit. I get my pipe cleaner and then I wrap it around the center of the ribbon. I made 2 of those with 2 of the ribbons, the same measurements. I bring the pipe cleaner from behind, wrap it around the other one, and now I have my 2 bows connected. For the third ribbon, I measured the tail 6 inches also. But this time for the loops of our bow, we are going to measure 9 inches. Again, we are going to measure the other loop 9 inches. After we bring it to the center, we twist to make sure all the bow is going to be facing frontward. And then I grab the tail and another 6 inches, and then I cut. I am going to add that bow to the front of the other two. I bring the pipe cleaner all the way around, twist tightly in the center, and then I bring it back around to the back and twist tightly. I then got the tails, and I'm just going to fold them in half and cut them in a slant. Where you fold, see where you fold? Where it is folded is where you start, and you go upward into the corners, and you will have a ducktail. And I do that to all the tails. The next step, we just fluff out all our bows loops. Oh, it's so pretty. Now that my eyes are smiling with my bow, it's time to add it to our wreath. I push the pipe cleaner to the back, and I'm going to twist around 2 of the center rings on our wreath form. The 2 center rings, and then I get the pipe cleaner, wrap around, twist tightly. Wrap it around my fingers and then tuck. Oh, it's so pretty. And it goes so perfect with the little bit of those touches of red in that white deco mesh. Now it's time to add some embellishments. Now this I found at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. All Valentines were 40% off, so hey, you can't beat that, right? So cute. P.S. I love you. It looks like a little piece of paper. I also found these cute little lip kisses at Hobby Lobby. So 40% off. You can't beat the prices. But I thought they went really well together with the little paper of a note and with little kisses. So it's kind of like sealed with a kiss, right? We're going to remove the little, the twine with the little beads. And I'm going to save that for maybe another project. But for right now, I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. Hot glue. Put my pipe cleaner and a little piece of cardboard. And we're going to set it aside just to give it some time to really stick and adhere to the pipe cleaner to the back of that little wood piece. As that's drying, we're going to get a square and just got a plain 8x8 square foam paper, whatever you want to call it. And I am just going to fold them right in the middle like a diamond. And then I get the 2 ends and fold them inward. And I'm going to get my hot glue and I'm going to put some on each side of those little corners of the triangles on the 2 sides, and then fold them in. I know I'm just all over the place. I'm so sorry. Now I'm going to press down just to make sure it stays. And you see, we're making a little envelope. We're going to get one more side, and I don't want those to be too puffy, so I am adding some more glue to that so it stays more, flat. I don't want to completely close my envelope because I want that little wood piece of, it looks like a P.S. I love you paper, but I want it to kind of stick out of that envelope. There you have. See what I'm doing? And I just put the corner of it in there. measured where I want the pipe cleaners to be, and then I just poke a little hole with my scissors and push it right through that foam. And I'm going to do it one more time to put the other pipe cleaner. Now that I'm happy and my eyes are smiling the way it looks, I am going to glue it some more just so the envelope stays in place and it doesn't go anywhere. To add our letter to our wreath, if we're going to add it the same way we put the bow, we're going to push those pipe cleaners to the back, and then we're going to twist it tightly on the two middle rings of the wreath form. Twist tight, and then we tuck. Now to add the little kisses, these are going to be quick and easy. We're just going to get our hot glue gun, and we're going to put some hot glue in the center of each kiss, and we're going to just place them in different places. Wherever you want them, that's where you put them. It's always to what makes your eyes smile when you are making your wreath. Once my eyes were smiling and my heart was singing with my kisses, I added that bow. I took off the package of the kisses and I just made a tiny little red bow with it, cut the tails, and add it right to the bottom of our letter in the center of the envelope. You can leave it at this point, or you can go a step further, add little cute bundles in there of ribbons. I just cut them to 8 inches each. Once the ribbons were cut, I then got each side and ducktailed them. So I fold them in half and cut from the folded end upward to the corners. And then I grab it again and do the other side, fold it from the folding part to the corners upward, and it makes ducktails. I'm going to grab one each of the ribbon and I'm just going to overlap them. I'm going to put the lightest one on top. I'm going to fold it over, make sure it's in the center, and then I'm going to pinch it right in the middle. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to twist it right in the center. Before I tighten it tightly, I want to make sure they're even, and then I twist really tight. And then you can fluff them right now open, or you can wait until you add it to your wreath. I then take the pipe cleaner and again, just like we added the bow and our embellishment of the letter and envelope, we're going to do the same thing. But this time I'm just going to add it to one of the bars. And then I push it to the back of my wreath form and then twist tightly. Once it's in place, you can play with it. I play with mine. I fluff them out and move them around and till my eyes are smiling and my heart is singing. But there you have it. Look at all of the ribbons in there. So pretty. And then you can give it a haircut if you like, whatever you like to do. But oh my goodness, I am so happy. I'm in love with this wreath. Very festive, very Valentine's-y. Love it. P.S. I love you. Sealed with a kiss. That's what I'm calling this wreath. Well, I hope you enjoyed what I made for you today, Crafty Lovelies. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I love, love, love reading them. You guys are all so wonderful and kind. Every single one of you. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure crafting with you today, Crafty Lovelies. I hope you subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit that bell and click all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can also visit me on my social media at Krafty Leeny. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes. Be kind to yourself and others. Be blessed. I'll see you in my next video.